Guys, it's thunder and lightning outside. I was gonna go out into the world and be so productive, and then I stopped off at home to change because it was balls hot, and thankfully I decided to have a snack about it, and then I saw the weather take a real turn. Desert. Okay. Anywho, so since I decided to stay home, I thought, heck, let's do another reading. I am feeling the Kimmy K today. Kim Kranz, in case you don't know. It's from the Wild Unknown archetype. Okay, so we have some thunder, some lightning. Ooh, the thing I heard on my way home is that it's not painful, it's pressure. And then Spirit reminded me of all the times that I've gone to the dentist for my crazy dental work. And I have curved roots. Son of a nutcracker to get out. Really traumatic. Usually when I go to the dentist, it's not a lot of fun. And I've had a lot of teeth pulled. But I have this rule, every time I go to the dentist, I let them know. I tell them my boundary straight away. I say, listen, I'm not gonna freak the fuck out, but you need to know. When I raise my hand and I say stop, you're gonna stop. And when I say more freezing, you're gonna give me more freezing. And so it's always worked, it's been great. But one of the things that I've noticed is that when I was getting teeth pulled, because of the amount of freezing, you're freaking out because you feel this crazy pressure. And for me, like I said, it's really traumatic, like pushing down your head, pulling with all of their might, and it not being as successful. So like a lot of pressure. But that's what Spirit wanted me to point out though, was that if I were to actually look back and sit in the energy, was it actually pain that I was feeling when I asked them to stop and give more freezing? And it wasn't, but it was an insane amount of pressure. So the pressure is uncomfortable because it's a feeling that you can't really feel, or like half of the feeling is gone, because in order for there to be that much pressure, that there's got to be some pain involved. I'm just making some coffee. Okay. So it is giving diamond in the rough. Okay, well, let's call in the crowd favorites as my water boils for a little afternoon coffee with some thunder and lightning. God, Jesus, Grandma, Buddha, Archangels, the gem. I was just thinking to myself, this is giving diamond, the gem. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay, but wait, let's call in those crowd favorites. God, Jesus, Grandma, Buddha, Archangels, all ascended masters, all of my benevolent ancestors, anyone that you're working and praying with. So long as it's not Devi Devil. Oh, the dead end. Hey, wait, but what's behind the dead end? The destroyer. Pressure. It's not painful, but it is pressure. See? And it is. It's destroying all of these tangled dead ends. Ooh, yeah, it's like cutting off your dead ends. Going to get a little haircut, a little trim. Pressure, baby. Your mind is equating pressure with pain. Okay, hold on. Let me put this on pause for one hot sec just to make coffee. Okay, I'm back. We got the coffee. I also snarfed down a burrito. It was delicious as fuck. Sorry, when the appetite calls, I just gotta go. Anyway, okay. So, we have pressure. We have the gem. Now, I pulled out some very specific decks. So the next ones that wanted to come out were these guys. Okay. Love this deck, this Oracle deck so much. Yeah, there's something here about the aesthetics, the beauty, and it wanted to come out with this Russian tarot. So there's something here about aesthetics and what you or someone else considers beautiful, and not in the person. I'm talking about being able to look out into the world through the lens of beauty. Like, do you know how to identify beautiful things at all times that are around you that are literally gorgeous? Okay, so Grandmama. Ooh, they came in Poppy. Look at that guy. Look at that little beauty queen. Ooh, I'm down for a crocodile. A caiman, an alligator. Absolutely. Poppies do create heroin. There's something here about like sedation, or rather, because with the caiman or like the crocodile, there's something about being below the surface and waiting, and what can appear or seem subdued, when that's not the case at all. Also, he does look relaxed. He's not sweating the small stuff, you know what I mean? Ooh, maybe that's what's gonna snap up and snarf up those dead ends. I don't know, let's see. Okay, so we have that guy. Yes. What's gonna go underneath Gem? Ooh, the beaver and birch. I love birch. I love beavers. He or she also seems quite pleased with her work. She's smizing. Both have bite. You know what I mean? Okay, so what's going underneath Destroyer? The snail and Huckleberry. Trust in the invisible. And I feel like we have a little bit of this invisible with the Destroyer. And, to be honest, I'm seeing some color themes here. This color, these little, what are those? Huckleberries? Looks like a couple huckleberries right there. And from far away, if you don't have your glasses on, like me right now, I took them off to eat that burrito. It's getting passionate. This kind of has that snail color. And from far away, I was like, that looks like a snail shell. Well, all three of these little creatures belong to water and earth. And snails love a good rainy day. Like, I know a couple spots right now, if I were to go outside, the snails, it's like, hallelujah, it's a rainy day. No one's really out and about right now, so that the sidewalks and the grass and the trees all to themselves, they can really give her. But same with the beaver, and same with this caiman. They're both low to the ground, but they're both in the water. Huh. Pressure. Well, I heard 5 cards. Okay. 2 more. The turtle and coriander. Also, I was just eating some coriander before I started to drink this coffee. I was just thinking to myself, oh man, cilantro tastes a little bit weird with coffee. Here we are. Also, what goes with earth and water? This little fucking cutie. Oh man, it's just a real pack of cuties here. Look at this gang. It's the earth water gang. Oh, they would be friends. Oh, this is nice. Okay, wasn't thinking. Hold on. Okay, last card. Ramama. What's gonna go in between beaver and snail? Right beside old Turdy Turtle. That owl. But look who is here in the Destroyer. And I was saying, look like this little owl. Well, there's some blueberries here. Someone, yeah, this guy. wonder if the owl does love to snack on snails and huckleberries. A treat. Okay. Huh. The caiman, the beaver, and the turtle are all past-facing. The snail is like, has its back to me, but is going right towards this destroyer, this owl. And then that's what we have on the bottom. So there's definitely a relationship here between the owl and the snail. Okay, well, let's just do a quick read of the gem, the destroyer, and the dead end. Wow, wow, wow. I'm gonna be strategic. I'm gonna just go down the row. Okay, well, there's the destroyer. Where's the gem? There you are. Okay. Get over here. The diamond, the gold, the inner treasure. There are infinite names for the gem. It is also known as the jewel, the star, the talent, the gift, the gold. One thing for certain is that it is found deep within a substance that is very much unlike it. For example, a diamond in the rough. A different substance. Well, we're seeing the two different elements, which is a substance of earth and water. The gem always stands in contrast to its surroundings. You can't find it when you are among comforts and pleasantries. Precious stones develop slowly deep in the earth amid pressure and darkness. Discovering the gem requires a descent beneath the surface where there is no definitive map. Yeah, talk about it. All it is just a bunch of squiggly lines, some worms, and then some kind of like outer space vibe. Yeah, talk about darkness. I'm hearing that song by Queen, Under Pressure, that then got sampled for Vanilla Ice. Ice, Ice, baby. Okay. I digress. Yet the longing to touch the true gem within us is so strong that we cannot help but seek out its radiance. Your gem, like your destiny, is unlike any other in the entire world. Keep digging. In mythology, the diamond is often linked to the daemon, or inner light, that leads us towards our true self, our purpose, our destiny. The moments of your life that glimmer are clues to where the gem resides. Don't covet the sparkling diamond of another. The gem is like a fingerprint, never to be repeated again. Find yours. Well, you've definitely been in the darkness. Let's go to the dead end. I think you're this snail who's rushing towards the destroyer because you've been in this dead end. Like, there's no color here. Like, at least the gem, once it comes out, look at all that color and vibrancy, you know? I feel like the dead end has been going on for a hot second, and you're like, get me out of here, you know? Take me, please. And then it's like, you see something in the darkness and you're like, fuck it, I gotta go for it. Even if this thing is gonna destroy me, I don't care. Get me out. Okay, let's see. Dead end, where are you? Come on, where are you? Okay. The closed door, the final chapter, the impasse. Contrary to what its name implies, the dead end is very much alive. It is a force that stops us from moving forward as planned. It is thick, dense, and uncompromising. Again, the pressure. A wall beyond all walls. With every bramble, thorn, and stone, it simply states, "No more, child. You have reached the last page of this chapter." It is natural to resist its very resistance and struggle even harder to make our way, to prove our point, to hold on to what was. In this way that we fight with life itself. No, in this way, we fight with life itself. From a mythic perspective, the end you face is very much a beginning. There are doors opening all around you, just not the one you had planned on walking through. If you are honest and courageous enough to accept, adjust, and adapt, the dead end becomes known as life's beginning. Reflect on dead ends in your past that led to unimaginable wonders. The moment you accept the ending, a feeling of grace will arise. Doors begin to open, both inside you and in the world. Note that in most stories and movies, the moment the protagonist reaches the dead end, something riveting happens. You are the protagonist. Wow. Okay, well, you're about to get destroyed, I think in the best possible way. The Destroyer, 107. The savage, the unexpected, the rejected. Ooh, let's go, boys. The Destroyer, the final of the three archetypes in the trio of existence, has necessary yet painful work to do in the world. Culturally, we have an aversion to endings, and we hang on. There's a lot here about hanging on. And you know what these birch trees are doing? They're hanging on by a little toothy thread here. And we hang on to permanence as a signifier of success. Ooh, that's a good one. Yet the Destroyer pulls the rug out from underneath relationships, jobs, homes, and all forms of security. It's the part of us that wants things to end. Excusez-moi. I don't know what's up with my voice today. Its painful orientation is to uncover our true purpose. The Destroyer does not let us linger long in comforts, as it knows not much happens in that realm. With its piercing eyes, it seeks out stagnancy from a distance, and the rest becomes history. In the old myths, this is the moment when heads begin to roll. The ground opens up and castles crumble. Hold on for the ride. The Destroyer has arrived. Yeah, buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go. Consider Picasso's statement, every act of creation is first of all an act of destruction. In old tales, the Destroyer sometimes appears as a black dog. Other times, it takes the form of gods and goddesses such as Shiva, Kali. Okay. Well, and I feel like with all that thunder that happened, it's past. Heads will roll. Yeah, I felt like that was the thunder. Heads will roll. Okay, so let's get out this guy. Okay, close your ears for one hot sec. It might be a little loud on the table. Come on now. Why are we talking about this? Yeah, you're all tangled like that dead end. Okay, Grandmama. So let's talk about the gem, the dead end, the destroyer. It's not painful, it's pressure. Okay, well, the first card out is the Six of Cups. To the Four of Swords. Okay. The Hierophant. Instead of the pressure, I think when people, I don't know, I'm feeling the pressure, and I said this in another reading, I think it was the Uma Thurman reading, but this feeling of being buried alive, the weight of dirt being put upon you. I feel like that's, because also, we see worms with this germ, or the germ. Interesting, the gem. Germs, bacteria. Okay. Put that to the side. Okay, but we have the Six of Cups. I feel like there's a relationship here with a younger sibling that's been put to rest. I feel like, yeah, Five of Pentacles. They feel left out. What's going underneath the Four of Swords? The Empress. What's going underneath the Hierophant? The Eight of Wands. Interesting though, what does this have to do with pressure? Okay, what's going underneath the Six of Cups to the Five of Pentacles? All of a sudden I'm getting really tired. All of a sudden I don't want to do this reading. All of a sudden it's like we were on a trajectory and then a very different energy came out. Yeah, I just keep seeing you have a younger sibling, because this dress to me is talking to this. I don't think there's a physical death. I think you had a sibling a long time ago that you were close with, that you're no longer close with. Yeah, I feel like you've given it up to God. Now, why this is coming out, I feel like there's like, oh, because this dead end is part of this old energy, I think. I think there's a lot of things that have been a dead end. This person just happens to be in this big clusterfuck, this big ratty nest. Okay. I feel like you find this energy and this person exhausting. I feel so tired all of a sudden. The storm has left, though. Let's open up the window. Well, there's the Knight of Pentacles here. Yeah, I'm like so uninspired, and I feel like it's a real detour off of where the message was going. Okay, so what is going underneath the Four of Swords to the Empress? The King of Swords. And what is going underneath the Hierophant to the Eight of Wands? The Devil. Oh, what did I say about the Devil? And I think on paper, this sibling, I think they're classically attractive. Oh yeah, because we were talking about like bodily beauty standards and being able to see beauty outside of things like that. We do have the gem. We are still in Gemini season. You may have a sibling who is a Gemini. Yeah, and underneath them, like, they're an Empress, but they're this King of Swords. Yeah, this person really could be an air sign, for sure. And it's funny, because with their Empress, they do have a bird. This is the whole reason. She's the whole reason I bought this deck. Isn't she fucking stunning? Yeah, she's not fucking around, but she wants to communicate. Okay. Ugh. Let's look into this person real quick. Okay, let's just start with them. And I feel like it's a female. I do. It doesn't have to be, but it's very, like, I see a little girl. I see the Empress. They do show up as a King of Swords, but I feel like Gemini is a masculine sign. Yeah, this person, I feel drained. Okay, Grandmama. Let's talk about the Empress. Well, they want to offer you something. Five of Cups. Okay. I'm really not interested in this person, so like just quickly tell me what it is that they want to communicate. Yeah, I'm so tired. I feel like you're so tired of this person. I feel like this person, going back to the weight, yeah, like dirt being just like thrown on top of your coffin. Like, ugh. Okay, what does this person want to communicate, or is coming in to communicate quickly? Seven of Pentacles. Look how rough this guy. He is dusty. Oh man, he has been in the root cellar a little too long. He hasn't, like this haircut. Oh, I wish we could really capture the detail. Yeah, he's done. Yeah, he's down with the potatoes. Like, no shade, but like, he's dusty. He's been in the root cellar too long. So you definitely have history with this person. We see it with the Six of Cups anyways, because it always denotes someone from your past. You have history. So what are they communicating, though, with this dusty energy? Well, they're tired of having just a little shit pile of potatoes. You know what I mean? They're not harvesting in the way that they used to. Probably because they can't harvest any energy off of you, to be honest. Yeah, they just have this little shit pile of potatoes. And they want energy. But see, this Knight of Pentacles is past facing. So like, they want to take, but I don't actually think they want to give. This guy's going in the opposite direction. He's like, yeah, he's going back to the past. There's no giving here, just taking and being dusty. Okay, like, I'm uninspired. What do you, like, why don't you just tell us about the Devil? The Lovers to the Four of Pentacles. Also, the Lover is a Gemini card. And what was I saying about the Knight of Pentacles going in like the opposite direction? Like not wanting to actually offer anything? Yeah, Four of Pentacles. They want to take. Oh, this person's a taker. Ugh, it's parasitic. Ugh. There's nothing new here or inspiring. Again, the old energy, dusty, as in the ground, it's a dead end. Yeah, there's life, done. Okay, I'm taking this person off the table, and I'm even switching the deck. I don't actually care about this person. I don't think you care about this person. I think this person cares about themselves. I think that they care about the fact that you were once a great supply of delight for them. I don't know what you offered, but like, yeah, this is a very parasitic energy. And again, I'm just tired. Okay, so let's put them away. Done, not interested. Okay. Yeah, see, already, and the sun's coming out now. Oh, is the sun ever coming out? Yeah, and now my energy, excuse me, I feel great. So now we're gonna pull out every little thing you do as magic. Yeah, because this feels like your energy. Yeah, does someone have like a Russian, because that's the Russian deck. Like I said, there was something here about a very particular like aesthetic. And even with these cards, there's kind of like a bit of, there's beauty, but there's tragedy, a little bit of heaviness. Okay, Grandmama. Spirit team, let's just let it be known, I'm not interested in these energies. I want to talk about the pressure. Ooh, the Two of Cups. I'm feeling like atmospheric pressure. Oh, and like with storms, the barometric, like when my headaches get going, and it was this morning, this whole side was swollen, the sinus, but now it's cleared. Yeah, and see? Yeah, the pressure. It's lighting up. It's lighting up the darkness. Okay. Okay. I like this. Okay. Sharing the Two of Cups. What's next, Grandmama? Oh, we got this card. Hold on. This card. This card. Okay, so to the High Priestess. Look at all these little gems. Oh, man. This is what I mean. The spiritual. It's going into the darkness. The pressure. And who's coming out again? Old MP Emperor. But this is you, baby. See, it feels like the original pressure is about this, like, earth and water. And what I'm seeing is, like, mudslides and, yeah, like when water takes out rock cliffs and stuff. And then there's just all of this weight of the wet earth. But now that you've come out, we still have the earth, we have the mountains. But we have now more of like a fire and air. It's unearthed. Yeah, there's real emphasis on like, I don't know, being far away. Far removed. Because like I feel like there's caves way down below on the earth that also create these like crazy formations and crystals. But like I said, there's atmospheric, like being way deep in space and that kind of pressure or lack thereof. Okay. So then what happens? What's going underneath your Two of Cups? The sun, and it's a goddamn unicorn. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's like the pressure took you from this like mighty emperor, the goat, which is already badass and can just like negotiate the tiniest hairline fracture up in the mountain. And it's like, it took those horns and created like a unicorn. Yeah, that sun, the pressure. Gorgeous. Okay, so what's going underneath the High Priestess? Well, there's two cards. Ugh. Okay, well, I'm going to put the Fool underneath the High Priestess. See, there's something in being unearthed and also, like, out in the mountains. I feel like there's spaciousness. There's magnitude, but there's, like, all of this elevation and spaciousness. And we do see water referenced a couple times. We have the stormy seas back here, and then surfing. Now, the Queen of Penties is going underneath the Emperor. There's all of this like warm, golden energy. Okay. This reading is kind of all over the place. Kind of, I don't know. Okay, so what's going underneath the Two of Cups to the Sun? Temperance. Yeah, how they described like the gem, the star. But I feel like, again, there's this balancing of you having undergone all the things in the darkness that are now in the light and can be expressed as such. Like, you can't fly if you're underneath a pile of dirt. Okay. So the High Priestess to the Fool. Oh, I'm going back to being so tired. I feel like this person's gonna show up again. The Seven of Pentacles. They showed up in the Dusty Seven. Yeah, I just got so tired. That's your cues. As soon as you start yawning, just know that this person's thinking about you or trying to find a way in. Ugh. Yeah, I feel like they drain all of your color, your life force. And see, they want it to be watered. They want to water you so that you have more to give, but I feel like they just suck it out of you. Okay. Okay, so what's going underneath the Emperor to the Queen of Pentacles? Why is this energy so strong? Oh, God. I feel like they've just inserted themselves. I'm like, we're back to that thunder and lightning. It's clear out now. It's clear out. And maybe that's why I said it in a reading not that long ago, the other day, people can always sense when you've moved on, when you've met someone new, life's getting good, or like a cycle has ended for you where you've learned the thing and you're like, you know what, never again. Like, you've done all the work of being uncomfortable. That's part of doing the work, is just like, the mastering comes down to perception and learning how to be uncomfortable. And this person has not done it. And I feel like they actually want to unburden on you Yeah, they don't know what to do with their sticks. Oh, is this that destroyer energy coming in? This is like the thing that seals the deal. Ugh. Oh. Okay. Grandma, real quick. Just one card. I'm so, like, this energy is literally going to put me to sleep. No. This 10 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, what feels like a sibling. King of Cups, past facing. Well, like I said, with that 6 of Cups, it appears as though you had, at one point, a close relationship. I'm seeing a real big golden Cancer crab here. This sibling also may have viewed you as like a maternal or a paternal energy. Oh, 9 of Wands. Yeah, protect yourself from this person. Okay. Again, I want them off the table. Yuck. Okay, I'm taking the 7 of Pentacles away. They keep inserting themselves. I don't like it. Also, because, like, oh man, I want to go outside. It's beautiful now. Yeah, I want to go outside and be productive. Okay, so let's talk about your High Priestess to the Fool. And the Emperor to the Queen of Pentacles. The Hierophant. Again, very earthy energy, but with water. Like, seeing you as both this, like, unicorn, billy goat, this guy. But like I said to the earth, it's like, that's what you balance. This pressure has allowed you to balance this element. Oh yeah, we see 2 cups right there. But I feel like with the way that that person interjected, I feel like we were on a trajectory. Yeah, like you're on a trajectory, and then it gets interrupted, I guess, by this person, the sibling. Like, no offense, Grandma, but I don't really care about the sibling. Is there anything else you would like to tell the collective? Well, again, there's this reaching out. This person in particular, there must be a huge door, like, on every level of doneness that you can be with a human being. And if you haven't done the work or, like, let go, and see, we see all these, like, little diamonds. I suspect also that this person is heading into their own darkness. And that's the thing about darkness. It can seem a little bit intimidating, but the darkness is where we come from, and the darkness of where we will return. Like, we're born in the womb, or like created in the womb, we come out, and then we burst into some like beautiful spirit business, but okay, if they reach out to you, what is your response going to be? Look at this. Now we have another King of Swords, but look at this King of Swords. See? This is a burden. And it's immobilizing. Again, this pressure. This is stone. Okay, so if they reach out, we have the King of Swords. You're thinking. Probably thinking about the past, because we saw that Six of Cups. Here we have the Four of Wands, so like home, family. But I'm also seeing 4 pitchforks. This is the one where I feel like, I don't know, relatives are getting buried in the backyard, like the olden days, not murderous kind, but just like the old poor days where you just put the body on the land. Yeah, I feel like you have the ability to reflect and to see this sibling with a bit of fondness, but that, yeah, like, but also you're just like, there's some things that you just can't come back from. Like hugs and kisses, but no thank you. Okay. Okay, so Grandmama, clearly this energy is really trying to come through. What do you want collective to know about what feels like a sibling energy? What do you want them to know about this person trying to reach out, their intentions or whatever? Like, okay, Grandma, that's a lot of cards. Okay. It's the Apprentice of Swords to the Moon, to the Nine of Swords, to the Ten of Pentacles. Here, I'll show you. So again, we see those big, fat, fluffy clouds. They usually hold a lot of moisture. To the Moon. To the Nine of Swords, where this is again the big kitty. He should be stressed out about all of his distorted knives here. He's not. He's having a yawn. What was I doing? Yawning my goddamn head off. Yeah, it doesn't give you anxiety. It just like depletes you. Emotionally. Exactly. There's like an emotional depletion. Well, and this Ten of Pentacles is again family. And I don't think that you, like, there's really nothing to look into. Like, this just is. Like, right now, again, I'm feeling tired again. It keeps coming in waves. Of like, I step out of the energy and then I feel great and it's sunny and I can't wait to go outside, and then we step into this and I feel so fatigued. I just want to lay down immediately, go straight to sleep. Night night. Okay, so what is this person's intentions towards you? The Champion of Wands. Also past facing. Judgment. Well, I feel like they used to feel like you viewed them in this way as like a champion, a beautiful horse. But there's also a stick here that's broken in half. This is what I mean, and we saw that Five of Pentacles with the broken vase. I feel like someone broke your trust. You don't see them as a champion, in fact. And I feel like, again, they're a bit of a victim. They feel sorry for themselves. I don't feel like they feel remotely terrible for any kind of undue stress or, like, again, the weight bearing you alive. I don't know. And see, we see the coffin being buried alive. Yeah, they feel judged and they're having a feeling about it. I'm telling you, this person feels like a Gemini. We have a butterfly here. What else? Yeah, and they're depressed. And there's something here, like, I feel like they're crying over you. One person, one sibling might have brown eyes or hazel eyes, and one has blue. I feel like the brown-eyed one is crying over the blue eyes. Okay. Grandma. I don't know. This energy just went all over the place. What a bummer. Okay, so then we know you turn out great. You're the gem. You're shining. The Emperor to the Sun, like you're good, and you're good without this person. I think it's just a bit of a forewarning. No, I don't want those cards. I don't want this deck. I'm done with this energy. Yeah, I want to go outside now. Okay, that was an interesting one. That was an interesting one. Hopefully it finds whoever it needs to go to. But, you know what? When in doubt, go outside. Yeah, get out of this energy. Don't worry about those farts in the breeze. Who cares? That's the thing, let the storm pass. That's their storm. Let them, you've already dealt with the darkness. Let them handle their own darkness. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Am I right? Exactly. All right, little kitty whiskers. I'm gonna go outside and see what this day brings to me. Okay, well, stay blessed, I go all then.